Unveiling the Gilded Age, Industrialization and Immigration's Impact on America. The Gilded Age, spanning from the 1870s to about 1900, marked a period of rapid economic growth and profound social changes in America. Characterized by industrialization and urbanization, it was a time of both great wealth and stark inequality, setting the stage for modern America's economic landscape. During this period, America witnessed unprecedented economic development. The era saw the rise of massive corporations, the expansion of the railroad network, and significant technological advancements. These changes transformed the American economy from agrarian-based to industrial, altering the country's social fabric and creating new economic opportunities and challenges. Industrialization became a driving force in America, leading to the creation of vast factories and the rise of powerful industrialists. The shift from small-scale artisanal production to large-scale manufacturing revolutionized how goods were produced and consumed, fostering economic growth and reshaping the labor market. Technological innovations played a crucial role, ushering in an era of remarkable progress. Advances such as the telephone, electric light, and mechanized farming equipment not only improved efficiency and productivity, but also significantly impacted daily life, enhancing communication, transportation, and overall quality of living. The expansion of the railroad network was a cornerstone of the economic transformation. Railroads connected distant regions, facilitating the movement of goods and people across the country. This connectivity spurred commerce, encouraged westward expansion, and contributed to the development of new towns and cities, further fueling America's growth. The steel industry experienced remarkable growth, driven by technological advancements and increased demand for construction materials. This period saw the rise of influential figures like Andrew Carnegie, whose innovations in steel production revolutionized the industry and contributed significantly to America's infrastructure development and economic expansion. The oil industry also surged during this era, with John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil becoming a dominant force. Rockefeller's business acumen and aggressive strategies led to the consolidation of the oil market, setting the stage for modern corporate practices and significantly impacting the global energy landscape. Industrialists left lasting legacies through both their business endeavors and philanthropic efforts. Titans like Carnegie and Rockefeller used their immense wealth to fund libraries, educational institutions, and various public projects, shaping America's cultural and social landscape, while creating lasting institutions that continue to benefit society. Entrepreneurs played a crucial role in the economic expansion, driving innovation and creating new industries. Their risk-taking and vision led to the establishment of businesses that provided jobs, stimulated the economy, and contributed to the United States' emergence as a global industrial power. The Gilded Age marked a significant shift from an agrarian to an industrial society, leading to the rapid growth of American cities. Urbanization brought both opportunities and challenges, as cities expanded to accommodate new industries and a growing workforce, transforming the social and economic fabric of the nation. Urban areas experienced rapid growth as people flocked to cities in search of job opportunities. Overcrowded tenements became the norm, often lacking proper sanitation and posing health hazards. Despite these challenges, urban centers buzzed with energy, offering cultural activities and new social dynamics. Living conditions in urban areas were harsh and often deplorable. Many immigrants and workers lived in cramped, poorly ventilated apartments. Disease and crime rates were high. However, efforts by social reformers began to address these issues, advocating for better housing and improved public health measures. Labor unions emerged as powerful advocates for workers' rights during the Gilded Age. Strikes became common as workers demanded fair wages and reasonable working hours. Some strikes turned violent, highlighting the tensions between labor and management. These actions laid the foundation for future labor reforms and protections. Child labor was rampant, with children working long hours in dangerous conditions for minimal pay. Factory owners exploited this cheap labor, which led to public outcry and the eventual push for child labor laws. Reformers emphasized the importance of education and the well-being of young workers. That period saw the emergence of a distinct middle class, marked by increased economic stability and consumerism. This group enjoyed leisure activities, such as attending theaters and participating in social clubs. The middle class also played a crucial role and advocating for social reforms and educational improvements, shaping American society's future. That epoch saw a significant increase in immigration, with millions arriving from Europe and Asia. These new arrivals sought better opportunities, escaping economic hardships and political turmoil. The influx contributed to America's rapid industrial growth, providing a labor force for factories, railroads, and mines, transforming the nation's demographic landscape. Ellis Island became the symbol of immigration during the Gilded Age, processing millions of newcomers. Located in New York Harbor, it served as the primary entry point for immigrants. The island's rigorous screening process aimed to identify those who could contribute to the American economy, ensuring a healthy and capable workforce. Immigrants often settled in ethnic enclaves, creating vibrant, diverse communities within American cities. These neighborhoods preserved cultural traditions, languages, and customs, offering support networks for new arrivals. This cultural diversity enriched American society, introducing new cuisines, festivals, and artistic expressions that became integral to the nation's cultural mosaic. Despite their contributions, immigrants faced numerous challenges, including language barriers, discrimination, and harsh working conditions. Many lived in overcrowded tenements with poor sanitation. Employment opportunities were often limited to low-paying, labor-intensive jobs. These hardships highlighted the resilience and determination of immigrants striving for a better life in America. Anti-immigrant sentiments grew during the Gilded Age, leading to restrictive policies. Nativist groups argued that immigrants threatened American jobs and culture. The Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882 exemplified these sentiments, banning Chinese laborers. Such policies reflected the tension between America's ideals of freedom and the realities of economic and cultural competition. Political corruption was rampant, with the spoils system ensuring that government jobs were given to loyal party supporters. This practice led to inefficiency and widespread graft, undermining public trust. The era's politics were characterized by backroom deals and patronage, fostering an environment ripe for corruption. Political machines wielded immense power, controlling local governments and influencing national policies. These organizations, led by political bosses, provided services to immigrants and the poor in exchange for votes. Their grip on power was often maintained through bribery, intimidation, and manipulation, shaping the political landscape of the time. Major political figures, such as Ulysses S. Grant and Rutherford B. Hayes, navigated a complex and often corrupt political environment. Their administrations were marked by scandals and efforts to reform the spoils system. These leaders played crucial roles in shaping the political direction of the era, despite facing significant challenges. Economic policies, including high tariffs, aimed to protect American industries from foreign competition. These tariffs benefited industrialists, but often hurt farmers and consumers by raising prices. The era's economic landscape was shaped by debates over protectionism, free trade, and the role of government in regulating commerce. The rise of monopolies and trusts was a defining feature of the period. Powerful industrialists like John D. Rockefeller and Andrew Carnegie consolidated their control over key industries, stifling competition. Their dominance prompted public outcry and set the stage for future regulatory measures to curb corporate power. The Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890 marked a significant turning point in U.S. economic policy, aiming to curb the power of monopolies and trusts that dominated industries. It sought to promote fair competition and protect consumers, although its initial enforcement was limited and often met with resistance from powerful business interests. Women played crucial roles in various social and economic spheres. They worked in factories, participated in reform movements, and began advocating for suffrage. Their efforts laid the groundwork for future advancements in women's rights, challenging traditional gender roles and contributing to societal changes. The temperance movement gained momentum in the Gilded Age, driven by concerns over alcohol's impact on families and society. Advocates pushed for prohibition, resulting in significant social and political campaigns. This movement culminated in the 18th Amendment, reflecting the era's shifting attitudes towards morality and public health. Education reforms focused on expanding public schooling and improving literacy rates. Efforts were made to establish compulsory education laws and create more accessible educational opportunities. These reforms aimed to prepare a skilled workforce for the industrial economy and promote social mobility. Philanthropy emerged as a notable trend among wealthy industrialists in the Gilded Age. Figures like Andrew Carnegie and John D. Rockefeller donated substantial portions of their fortunes to fund libraries, universities, and charitable organizations. Their contributions left lasting legacies, shaping the landscape of American education and public welfare. Social Darwinism profoundly influenced the Gilded Age, justifying the vast wealth disparities and promoting the idea that the fittest individuals naturally rise to the top. This philosophy was often used to rationalize the lack of government intervention in economic matters, reinforcing the power of monopolies and wealthy industrialists. The progressive movement began to challenge the excesses, advocating for reforms in labor, education, and government. Early progressives sought to address issues like child labor, poor working conditions, and political corruption, laying the groundwork for significant social and economic changes in the following decades. Literature and the arts flourished, reflecting and critiquing the era's complexities. Writers like Mark Twain and Edith Wharton explored themes of wealth, social status, and moral dilemmas, while artists captured the rapid urbanization and industrialization, providing a cultural mirror to the transformative period. Newspapers and journalism played a crucial role in shaping public opinion. The rise of investigative journalism, or muckraking, exposed corruption and social injustices, leading to increased public awareness and demands for reform. This era saw the power of the press in influencing social and political change. The Gilded Age's impact on modern America is undeniable, laying the foundation for contemporary economic and social structures. The period's technological innovations, industrial growth, and urbanization set the stage for the United States to become a global economic power, while the social issues addressed during this time continue to resonate today. That age was a time of groundbreaking inventions and innovations. Thomas Edison's electric light bulb and Alexander Graham Bell's telephone transformed communication and daily life. Innovations in transportation, like the safety bicycle and electric streetcars, revolutionized mobility, while advancements in manufacturing, such as the Bessemer process, significantly boosted industrial productivity. The Panic of 1893 was a severe economic depression that highlighted the vulnerabilities of rapid industrialization. Bank failures, railroad bankruptcies, and high unemployment rates caused widespread hardship. The downturn prompted calls for economic reform and regulation, setting the stage for more government intervention in the economy during the Progressive Era. African Americans played crucial yet often overlooked roles. Despite facing systemic racism and segregation, they contributed to industrial growth and cultural life. Leaders like Booker T. Washington advocated for education and economic self-reliance, laying the groundwork for future civil rights advancements and greater societal participation. As the Gilded Age waned, it gave way to the Progressive Era, marked by a push for social, political, and economic reforms. The excesses and inequalities spurred progressives to seek changes, including labor rights, antitrust laws, and public welfare programs, aiming for a more equitable society. Reflecting on the Gilded Age reveals its profound impact on modern America. It was a time of innovation, economic growth, and stark inequalities. The era's achievements and challenges shaped policies and cultural attitudes, leaving a legacy of progress and complexity that continues to influence contemporary society and governance.